Welcome, everybody, to one of our What the Hell shows, which is where we discussed ridiculous crimes or criminals.
What the hell?
Sometimes we contemplate calling it the WTF show, but, you know, then it would have to be extraordinary. And some of the cases we find are very puzzling, and we're not sure that would fit. Some of them are pretty serious too. Like, ooh,
Yeah, it's on the cusp of like, should we be laughing at this for the sake of the show? We will.
We do, and we will, because it's important to do that sometimes. But anyway, would you like to start?
Sure. A man in South Carolina is accused of robbing a store with a gun-shaped controller from the 1980s Nintendo game Duck Hunt. D'Alessandro, 25, was arrested following the reported incident at a quick shop convenience store in the small town of Sharon, located about 45 miles southwest of Charlotte, according to the York County Sheriff's Office. He was accused of walking into the store around 5:45 p.m., wearing a mask, a wig, hoodie sweatshirt, and carrying the spray-painted Nintendo game pistol. We all, and those of us from this generation, know exactly what this gun looks like,
and
it does not remotely resemble
any kind of gun.
The suspect showed the clerk the fake gun in the waistband. Okay, folks, if you don't know what this gun looks like, it's like at least a foot long, and it's in the waistband of his pants. And then demanded money from the cash register, the sheriff officer said. So if he put it in his pants, it'd probably go from his waist to like his knee.
Yeah.
Okay. D'Alessandro was located in a Dollar General store parking lot down the street with the Duck Hunt pistol in his pants.
Oh.
He was arrested and booked. Duck Hunt, first released in the 1980s for the Nintendo Entertainment System, involves shooting virtual ducks that the player's faithful dog flushes out. Players use the game pistol called the NES Zapper to point at the television set and shoot targets in the game. This gun has like a very small handle, and it's like long and skinny. It probably would have looked more like one of those car tiny little vacuums.
Yeah.
That's probably what it would have looked like. And the fact that he had it in his pants, like, this is a gun. It's like, no.
No.
That's not a gun.
No, sir.
He robbed a convenience store.
He was sticking with his plan, his story.
Yeah.
Lord. So I'm going to really test the limits of our What the Hell today.
Okay.
Because I'm going to talk about some situations where children were arrested for things they should not be arrested for. So we're pushing the envelope today on what you guys can laugh at. So you let me know how you do. 16-year-old Plaja, I don't know how to pronounce that. Plaja Mervin found herself arrested and expelled in California, mind you. Palmdale, California.
Palmdale. Okay, that says it all. Go on.
After, no judgment there. After accidentally dropping a piece of cake on the floor.
What?
So the situation unfolded during a birthday celebration where Plaja inadvertently let the cake slip from her hands. She promptly picked it up and cleaned the area, but the school security guard was unsatisfied with her efforts.
He's like, not good enough. Get back on that floor, soldier. Pick up that cake.
The guard's response was shockingly aggressive.
Shockingly.
He followed her to her classroom, forcibly restrained her by twisting her arms behind her back.
She dropped the cake again.
And held her face down on a desk. The excessive force used by the guard resulted in her suffering a broken wrist.
Oh, my God.
Right? The excessive force used by the guard, to add insult to injury, the school called the police.
Where is the cake in this now? Did she drop the cake?
She cleaned it up.
Yeah, but she must have dropped it again.
No, she dropped it up and threw it away.
Oh, threw it away.
And cleaned up the area.
Okay.
Yeah, because, don't eat the cake after it's been on the floor. Maybe that's what
I didn't know if he assaulted her the second she picked it up.
Maybe he assaulted her because she was still eating the cake.
Or threw it away wrong. I don't.
She was arrested and charged with assaulting a school security officer. The incident was captured on video by a classmate, revealing the one-sided nature of the confrontation. Because, of course, it was the security guard that was being a asshat.
Well, yeah.
And an abuser of a 16-year-old. Her case sparked an outrage, highlighting the dangers of overzealous security measures in schools, yada, yada, yada.
I wanted to become a cop. I didn't become a cop. So I ended up in high school and I pretended that I'm a cop.
Yeah, you could imagine. You know how many serial killers are portrayed in CSI as security guards?
Yep.
Sorry,
Janitors.
guys. Sorry, security guards, but you get a bad rap, but this is why.
Jesus.
Don't drop your cake, Kathy.
Don't drop your cake. There must have been like racism or something involved there.
Absolutely.
That does not add up.
Absolutely.
That's a shame.
Yep.
So the last episode we had something called Animals Behaving Badly.
Oh, right.
So I have more animals behaving badly.
Okay.
I have 3 more for you. These are really
Fantastic.
cute. So the first one is the stealthy sloth. So you can only imagine how slow this was done.
And stealthy.
In December 2018, a cafe in Costa Rica got an unexpected visitor when a hungry sloth snuck past its gates in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry.
And
Do sloths do anything but sneak?
No. And I just think of the movie Zootopia, where the sloths are working at the DMV and they're just like, oh my God, come on. And they're doing everything so slow.
OMG.
So the security cameras catch the creature's comically slow exploration of the counter area. So it's like, gets on the counter.
OMG.
It slowly. And then it says it lumbered up onto a chair and even casually twirled a spinning display rack. Just like, tink, tink. Eventually, the would-be burglar took a noisy tumble off of the chair. So now he's
my
fallen.
God.
They're so flippin' cute.
Right?
This alerts the security to its presence. The cafe owners who released the sloth back into the wild got plenty of laughs from the incident and some recognition as well, since everyone from the Daily Mail to National Geographic reported the story. I can only imagine watching how funny this looked on a security camera.
Right.
Like he's just like real slowly robbing the store.
Just quietly. Demure. Very demure.
This next one's called The Underwear Snatching Cat Burglars. The cat thievery continues.
Of course it does.
Peter and Bridget Wisemantle of Portswood, England, were surprised when Oscar, the ginger tomcat they'd been fostering, began bringing home stolen artifacts from neighboring homes and clotheslines. His favorite object to steal? Socks, garden gloves, and women's underwear. Peter and Bridget made sure to alert their neighbors of their cat's kleptomaniac tendencies, which they claim to actually find endearing. Anybody else would be a sex offender,
Right?
but it's a ginger tomcat
Oh.
named Oscar. Okay. It was just so touching to see him come home every day with something for us, Bridget told the Daily Echo. And we at RD think we may have found Oscar's soulmate. Across the world in New Zealand, a female cat named Brigitte gained notoriety for stealing things too, including, you guessed it, men's underwear. It's so funny.
It is funny.
Okay, and here's the last one.
Although, cats, come on.
I know,
They're
but
just
just
assholes.
like bringing home women's underwear every day is just so funny.
Like no one noticed.
God dang it.
A little pile, a little bed of underwear.
And like random people's underwear, I'm like, I'd rather you bring a mouse, honestly.
I know, right?
The store trashing beaver.
Oh,
Yes.
excuse you.
Holiday shop. Did you want to play the key? The store trashing beaver.
Magical beaver.
Yes, holiday shopping definitely has a way of making humans act like animals. But in one case, a real animal was apprehended by police after going on a rampage through some holiday merchandise.
Of course.
In December 2016, a beaver wandered into a Maryland dollar store.
Oh.
Again, these dollar stores, and started knocking over Christmas decorations. Now I just imagine people in there and this thing comes in and it's like,
Oh my
just like
God.
going crazy. The store employees worried that the beaver would drive customers away. You think? They call the local police. The police captain charged, quote unquote, the bucktooth bandit with destruction of property.
That's cute.
Sir, we're going to charge you with destruction of property. But in the end, all was forgiven. They handed the beaver over to animal control so that it could be safely released into the wildlife rehabilitation.
That's just the story they tell us.
I love that they charged him.
Yeah.
But I also love that they're like, we're really afraid this is going to scare customers away. Probably.
You think? Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
Ashley Smithwick.
Great name.
17-year-old honors student faced severe consequences after an innocent mistake turned her life upside down. Rushing to avoid being late for school, Ashley accidentally grabbed her father's lunch bag instead of her own. Unbeknownst to her, the bag contained a small 3-inch paring knife that her father used for food preparation. And unfortunately, during the routine search for drugs and other contraband, times have changed. At her North Carolina high school, officials discovered the knife in her lunch bag. Okay, fine. Despite her father immediately confirming that the switchblade was a simple mistake, the school administration decided to involve the police. Ashley was arrested and charged with misdemeanor possession of a weapon on school grounds.
Wait, why did she have it?
Because she accidentally grabbed her father's lunch bag instead of her own.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. I thought you said she grabbed the knife. I'm like, why would she grab it? She grabbed his lunch bag.
No, she accidentally took his lunch when she was grabbing her own.
I see.
And he carries a knife to work to cut his apple or whatever the fuck. So Ashley was arrested, misdemeanor, a charge that carried a potential sentence of 6 months to 1 year in jail. She was suspended for the rest of the school year. The harsh response to what was clearly an honest mistake sparked widespread criticism and highlighted the need for schools to exercise better judgment. So you see, my stories today are like, what are we doing?
Why would they not?
To kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a really easy mistake.
Her father immediately confirmed that it was his and that she brought the wrong one.
And they still sentenced her?
They charged her with misdemeanor possession of a weapon.
But did she get the 6 month? Oh my God, that's criminal.
I don't know if she got it or not, but
that's
they
weird.
charged her. They went through with the charge.
That's
fucking schools.
Yeah. As Brian Fellows would say, that's crazy.
We obviously don't have any context of these stories. We're just having fun.
We are. I have a short one for you.
Okay.
Called Go to Jail, Do Not Collect $999,524.
No, I wouldn't imagine you would.
In 2011, 53-year-old Michael Anthony Fuller, again from North Carolina, walked into a Walmart store and bought a vacuum cleaner and microwave for $476. So far,
okay,
nothing's wrong.
We're golden. Hold on.
Good. However, Michael attempted to pay for his purchases using $1 million note from the game Monopoly. After demanding change of $999,524 from the cashier, the police were promptly called and he was arrested. He was charged with attempting to obtain property by false pretenses with a bond of $97,500. I just have so many follow-up questions about, did he think this was going to work? Was he like, it's a Monopoly note that you get like when,
like a Nintendo gun or whatever.
He must have been friends with the Duck Hunt guy.
I think so.
Okay.
Like we're in an imaginal world.
Yeah. I'm going to pay with this. Can I get some change?
Made of water guns and Monopoly money.
Yeah. On some days, I think we are.
I mean, it's a joke out here in these streets. In September 2019, a deeply troubling incident occurred at Lucius and Emma Nixon Academy in Florida. Maybe it's Lucius? I don't. Lucius.
Lucius?
Lucius? I don't know. Some academy in Florida where a 6-year-old girl named Kaya was arrested for throwing a temper tantrum in class.
She was arrested?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. What happened?
I can't with these. We're arresting children all over the
Oh,
country.
get in jail.
Like, what is
Why
this?
are
What
we
is
arresting
happening?
children?
The situation took a harrowing turn when the arresting officer completely disregarded the child's age. She's 6.
Oh my God.
You think? Placed her in handcuffs and escorted her out of the school.
Oh my God.
He's wearing a body camera.
That doesn't even capture because he probably goes up to his knee.
Later revealed that Kaya's heart-wrenching plea, but it can hear her, heart-wrenching pleas for second chance as she was led away.
You know what's so fucked about that is that kid is going to be traumatized by cops the rest of her life.
Of course, it's, a big deal in the community. Kaya's grandmother expressed disbelief and nearly fainted upon hearing the news. I would think it was the world of Nintendo guns and Monopoly. Like, I would think they were taking the piss. Like, what the are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yes.
Is this a joke?
She was 6. She knew what she was doing.
Fortunately, the state attorney intervened, dropping all charges against Kaya and expunging her 6-year-old record.
Oh, I'm so pleased.
Yeah, I'm so glad we came to our...
Expunging her record.
It's Florida.
Yes.
The officer responsible for the arrest was subsequently dismissed from his position. However, the damage had already been done, as you said. Kaya was diagnosed with PTSD and required, at 6 years old,
Wow, that's fucked.
and required extensive therapy to recover from the ordeal. What the fuck?
That's a what the fuck for sure.
Right?
Every now and then we have what the fucks.
That's right.
And what the fucks are when what the hell have gone real bad.
Where we go like, okay, that started out funny, but what?
So I have, this is my last one, and it wouldn't be a what the hell if Kath didn't bring a poop story. Ohio lawyer who threw poop-filled Pringles cans
Whoa.
in Victim Advocacy Center parking lot has license suspended.
Fucking with my Pringles.
Columbus, Ohio. Ohio Supreme Court on Wednesday suspends the law license of a Noble County defense attorney for at least 6 months after he threw a Pringles potato chip can filled with his own feces into the parking lot of the county's crime advocacy center in 2021.
No.
Jack Allen Blakesley of Caldwell admitting during a disciplinary hearing that he threw the can into the parking lot of Haven of Hope, a victim advocacy center in Cambridge.
Right.
On November 30th. He then attended a pretrial hearing for his client, Alexander Wells, who was possibly facing the death penalty after being accused of aggravated murder, according to the Supreme Court's unsigned opinion. Blakesley testified during his hearing that he didn't know who the parking lot belonged to when he threw the can. He admitted to
As if that fucking matters.
Exactly.
What are you doing, dude?
He admitted to previously throwing similar feces-filled cans on at least 10 previous occasions, saying that it was, ready for this? Kind of a release.
Oh, God.
And that he got a kick out of it, imagining the quote-unquote look of surprise on people's faces when they would find the cans. Blakesley also said it may have been a protest of some kind. When asked what he was protesting, he answered somewhat evasively, well, we all protest something.
This
my
guy,
God.
I swear to God.
The Supreme Court's opinion noted that Blakesley drove from his home 20 minutes away, past a Haven of Hope administrative office sign when he drove into a nearby alley, slowed as he passed the parking lot, drove a bit further before turning around and hurled the can into the lot as he passed a second time before heading to the Noble County Courthouse nearby. Both parties acknowledge that very few, if any, prior cases offer guidance regarding the appropriate sanction for the misconduct at issue here, throwing a poop-filled Pringle can, the opinion stated. The court did refer to a handful of previous disciplinary cases, including that the Supreme Court of Oklahoma recently disbarred an attorney who, among other violations, sent a feces-soiled refund check to a client.
Okay.
The court ended up handling a lighter punishment to Blakesley than disbarment. It suspended his law license for 1 year, with 6 months of that stayed on the condition that he refrain from throwing any more Pringled poop cans.
I think that's going to be hard for him.
Blakesley expressed remorse for his actions, and he said he was no longer dispersing poop.
No, that's a lie. This guy's a serial pooper. He's definitely throwing more poop. He's a scat enthusiast.
Who thinks of this?
He's a scat enthusiast.
He is. I'm going to poop in this can. I'm going to throw the lid on it, and I'm just going to sit back and watch someone open it up.
And he got real happy when he did it. I can guarantee you that.
We all protest something.
Oh, God.
Shannon. Well, we all protest something.
Okay. I can't with that anymore. No more poop. No more poopies. I wanted to give you guys and Kathy some updated what the hell news. So last year, I think I did an episode or I talked about a documentary called Monster Inside, America's Most Extreme Haunted House.
Yes.
Right. So it was a 2023 Hulu documentary where it featured 5 people who had previously been guests at this haunted house and included a lot of footage of the tours and taken by this guy, McCamey, and posted online. And it was with people were getting dragged by chains and locked in confined spaces and basically like waterboarded, and you had to get on this list to be chosen to go. It became this whole thing. And he basically was absolutely torturing people for fun and for money. And people were choosing to do this. It became kind of a group think, like, I can take it. I can go through the most extreme haunted house, etc. So it happened in Tennessee, but this owner guy, they called it McCamey Manor. And the owner of this haunted attraction, that was obviously known for its really intense scare tactics, was finally charged with attempted second-degree murder, rape, and domestic assault as of July 2024. And the court records from the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office show that Russ Allen McCamey was arrested at his home on Friday, July 19th, 2024, after allegedly assaulting his girlfriend. He was booked to jail, et cetera, et cetera. But I wanted you to know it doesn't look like, they all these people that went there referred to it as a torture chamber. Like, it was...
That sounds terrible.
Really, the documentary is really interesting if you haven't seen it. If you're a fan of haunted mazes and haunted houses, and as you know, in recent years, there's become these extreme like home haunts where you actually sign all of these disclaimers where they can actually touch you. And, because in most of these haunted houses and things, there's very much parameters around, like, they can't really touch you.
Right.
And yeah, so he went to jail or was arrested for something else, but it's no shock that this guy was tried to kill his girlfriend and raped her, I think, and there was domestic assault and whatever else. So, not shocking, but I did want to provide that what the fuck update. There's a lawsuit to McCamey, this guy. He responded by filing a 32-page lawsuit. Because, of course, saying that they violated his First, Fourth, Fifth, and 14th Amendment rights.
Wow. I think I did see this documentary because I remember after you had talked about it.
You probably watched it.
And I think I had known the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty kind of like a thing people talk about, of course, and a thing people talked about in this. But I'd like to end on a little bit of a lighter piece of what the hell news for you.
Excellent.
Fanta drops.
Fanta.
Fanta.
Want a Fanta?
Fanta drops. Fanta drops haunted limited edition flavor in honor of the spooky season. Attention, Kmart shoppers. Fanta's getting in the spirit, and inspired by the Beetlejuice film that's coming out, they have released a Fanta Beetlejuice version.
What's the flavor?
The special spooky edition of Fanta takes the fall staple apples and transforms its flavor into a haunted soda that would suit Beetlejuice himself. And the can has the black and white stripes of Beetlejuice's outfit, Beetlejuice's face, and it's called Fanta Haunted Apple.
Okay.
You're welcome. And then there's there's a variety of cans, and there's fruit inspired sodas that will all receive a bit of a supernatural makeover this fall season, with a variety of costumes as one of Tim Burton's many other iconic characters. So like there's the Winona character on there, and they each have like a can. So Fanta Orange will transform into Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega.
Oh, that's so fun.
Strawberry will be dressed as Lydia Dietz, played by Winona Ryder.
We're going to try these.
Absolutely. The pineapple flavor is said to feature Delia Dietz, played by Catherine O'Hara.
Nice.
Grape will assume the traits of Dolores, played by Monica Bellucci. And Fanta's lemon soda should now look like Wolf Jackson, played by Willem Dafoe.
Oh my God, how fun.
And apparently the strawberry kiwi has taken on the part of Bob the Shrinker. So
that is so much fun. I love when companies do that. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about in our Patreon episode, everything that Deadpool's done, with like Jack in the Box and all these other companies, and it's fun. I like it.
And they're limited edition, so grab them while you can.
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of What the Hell and What the Fuck. We thank you very much for your patronage. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Kathy. Sleep safe, everyone.